So this is a update to a couple of videos I did on this area here. This area that I so passionately referred to as the mothership, because this is the type of stuff you get here on the regular. But that's not what I'm talking about right now. I'm talking about, the other day I made a comment as to what one really has to do when you're having major leaks in masonry, what you have to do. And they pulled the panel down because it looked like it was masonry, all masonry, but actually it was a quick job where they put up some kind of a sheetrock or some kind of a water resistant board that was covering that right there. And they drill holes into those panels and pump the same stuff that they pump into there. But the difference is the material is probably made out of the same paneling where this mural is put on. But they actually drill into it. They drill into the panel over here and pump that material behind it. And what I was talking about fissures developing in the masonry itself is exactly what was going on behind there, because they pull the paneling down, as you can see over there. That's all paneling that they pull down today. And but behind there, where they pump the material, the sealant, you can see the old brickwork that went under there. What some people fail to understand in some parts of these stations, you're dealing with first generation construction. And when I say first generation, I mean this is actually some of the oldest part of the New York City subway system. The shuttle bay and this area here is some of the oldest part of, from 19 what? I think 1906, if I'm not mistaken, over 100 years old. So what's behind there is some kind of a clay or a brickwork behind there, the old brickwork. So none of that sealant actually got into those fissures that developed in the brick itself. What it did, it formed a layer in between the brick and that fiber board. Yeah, so they pull it down, and now they're about to do a proper fix job on that. So for you guys out there that develop leaks and you're plagued by leaks, keep that in mind, that it's not a simple matter of putting some kind of adhesive between two layers of different material. And even when you get into that brickwork itself, you have to see that material come out upstairs, because if it goes 5 feet or 2 feet from the surface, that water get down there and it gets into those fissures and it create a whole different route. As we see the Grand Central to Times Square shuttle arriving there. Yeah. So keep in mind when you're in this station, in this complex, that this is some of the oldest part of the, they don't use, those are not screws, those are rivets. You see? Both ends of that rivet has the same head. And what they do, they heat it up and they flatten it out, or they put that dome on it. So this is some of the oldest part. And you see here, you see that? Crisscrossing? Those are all catching water that drains into this complex when it rains and when the snow melts. Yeah, those are all catch basins. See that? Yeah. So So hopefully they get that done right. And you got, and it says sweet bitter. Life happens while you wait. And this area right here is right under the Times Square New Year's Eve ball. Right exactly under it. Looking straight ahead, that's 42nd Street. And that's Walgreen. And on top of Walgreen is the Times Square New Year's Eve ball. So we're walking down under 42nd Street right now. And that's it for this update. Make sure you guys subscribe. And tell me if I'm pounding one subject too much.